Hello everyone, welcome to High Tech Study Plus. This is the second part of our video on globalization and the Indian economy from class 10th. In today's chapter, we are going to begin with foreign trade and integration of market. Now, if we speak of foreign trade, then it has been one of the main connecting channel for a very long time, and trade routes were established in the past for enhancing trade in between the countries. Foreign trade creates an opportunity for the producers to reach beyond their domestic market, that is, the producers can sell their produce beyond the local market, and for the buyers, there is an expansion of choices. Now the buyers have a wide variety of choice, and out of those choice, they can pick any one which is suitable to them. Now, with the opening of trade, goods move from one market to another. The choice of good increases in the markets. The prices of similar goods in the market tend to become equal as there is competition, and producers in two countries now compete closely against each other as there is an increase in the number of producers of a product. Now, let us discuss about globalization. We have already discussed that greater foreign trade and greater foreign investment has led to greater integration of production and markets. Globalization is a process of rapid integration or interconnection between countries. And in the process of globalization, MNCs play a major role. Countries can be connected by two methods. One is the movement of goods and services, investments and technology, and the other is movement of people. And why do people move? Generally, they move in search of better income, better jobs, or for better education. So, these are the two ways in which countries can be connected. Now, let us discuss about factors that have enabled globalization. Due to technology, there has been a rapid improvement in globalization because technology has led to faster delivery of goods across distances, and that too at lower cost. With the development of ICT, information and communication technology, the telecommunication facilities have improved, now connecting one another, accessing information rapidly over the net, communicating from remote areas has become also easy. Internet has enabled us to obtain and share information with one another. The next one is liberalization of foreign trade and foreign investment policy. Suppose a good travels from country A to country B and country B imposes a tax on it. Then the buyers of this product have to pay higher price so as to compensate for it. So tax on import act as trade barriers, because if the tax on imports increases, then the buyers have to pay more price for it. So the governments, they use trade barriers to increase or decrease trade, and with this they can decide what kind of goods and services and how much of each should come into the country. Trade barriers, they protect the producers within the country from foreign competition. Now let us discuss about Indian scenario. India got her independence on 15th August 1947. So, during the period of 1950s and 60s, only essential items were allowed to be imported. But later on, in the year 1991, LPG reforms were introduced. Why? Because there would be competition among the producers, and this would improve the performance of the producers within the country, as they would be competing with producers from other country and would try to make their products more better. So this will lead to an improvement in the quality of the produce, and for this the barriers were required to be removed, and the barriers were removed. Plus, in addition to this, foreign companies were allowed to set up factories and offices, and this was also supported by many international organizations, and the process of removing these barriers or restrictions set by the government is known as liberalization. Now, let us discuss about World Trade Organization. The World Trade Organization is an international organization, and as per the international organizations, all barriers to foreign trade and investment are harmful because they do not lead to the connection between one country and another. Therefore, trade should be free. And there should be movement of goods, services, investments, and technology from one country to another. And the WTO is an international organization with an aim to liberalize the international trade. This was started at the initiative of the developed countries of the world, and it establishes rules regarding international trade and sees these rules are obeyed. That's all for today. In our next class, we shall continue with this.